Welcome to Landsborough, one of the most attractive hinterland towns on the Sunshine Coast, located on the western side of the Bruce Highway, opposite Commuter City. Landsborough was formed in 1871 by Isaac Burgess, who built here a slab hut that he used as a Cobb & Co stopover. That meant that this town started years ago as a transport corridor, and today it is the central focus point for people to park their cars at Landsborough railway station and catch trains to and from Brisbane. And therein lies the problem, because so many people are using the car park that they are spilling out onto the roadway and the back streets, blocking people from using and utilising the shops that are so important to the Landsborough economy, and more importantly, blocking shop owners from developing their businesses. What we need to do is realise that this parking is a real problem now and utilise the vacant land owned by Queensland Rail on the other side of the railway station to start parking cars now. That's the immediate solution. We then work towards a long-term solution, ensuring we get 3 or 4 more hundred cars parked opposite the railway station in land owned by the government to alleviate the congestion. Now, in doing that, what we do is alleviate the pressure on businesses because they're losing income on a daily basis. People aren't staying here, they're going elsewhere to do their shopping. Over time, Commuter South will come on board, and also Bell Vista 2. That will mean more cars coming into Landsborough, parking the railway and getting trains to and from Brisbane. We need to address this issue right now, and we are committed to doing so.
The problem is that there's nowhere for our customers to park. You can park over there or there, but most of the time it's full with cars. The rest of the street's full. There's just nowhere for people to park, so they just keep driving.
The town is just being choked by the car parking commuters, and in fairness too, I've learned over the couple of months it's not their fault. They're trying to do the right thing. They're trying to catch public transport to Brisbane and save the environment, but they have nowhere to park, and they park down the side streets, they park in the IGA car park, they park as far as the information centre near the museum. And this starts at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. When I'm riding my bike around, I see them hopping out of their cars with their bag and they're off to the train station. They already know that the car park's full at a certain time and they just park up the streets.
Previously, we've had commuters down the street here, and my frustration is then for the people who live in town, because they get frustrated they can't access their normal businesses, and as business owners we get frustrated that a lot of our car parking is taken up by people who disappear for the day.
That happens 6 days a week. Generally Sunday there's parking available, but every other day, no. It's really annoying when you're standing out the front here and you see people parking and then going over to the train station. You feel like getting angry at them because now there's nowhere for your customers to park, and yeah, you can't run a business like that when there's nowhere for your customers to park.
A lot of my customers first thing in the morning are commuters who travel into the city most days for their work. They live here on the coast and then off they go for the day. Nice people, good customers, but then there are other commuters as well besides the one that go in for their day-to-day living. There's the ones that have doctor's appointment, they socialise, etc. They come to me and say, where can I park? It's 10:30 in the morning and everything's chockers and there's nowhere for them to go.
Well, it's pretty hard to put a figure on it, but I get my customers telling me daily that, I came past here yesterday, I couldn't get a parking spot, so I just kept on driving. So it does affect my business.
I think that our bottom line has been hit by this. We've noticed that we've got the signs put up on the road saying that there's timed parking, and it's made it a little bit better, but it's still a big issue for us.
In the last 3 years, this problem has doubled. And that means it's only going to double in the next 3 years. In the next 3 years, if it's doubled to what we have now, we're not going to have businesses to operate because they're not going to be able to park here.
The solution would be for them to buy the land on the other side of the railway station. Even if it's just a dirt car park, it doesn't matter, we just need some sort of parking.
I think we should be using that land on the other side yesterday, not next week or not next year. It should be already in progress.
It would just take the immediate pressure off instantly to get commuters over to the other side, leaving the street free for the ones that want to go in and have lunch, or the people who have their medical appointments, and most importantly our customers can park when and how they want to.
It would free the whole town up. It would make life easier, not just for me as a business but also my customers, so they can easily come into town and park in front of the businesses they want to visit, which they can't do at the moment.
I think it's going to get a lot worse. You can just see it increasing, you know, month by month. There's just more and more people with the price of petrol and all that sort of stuff, and parking in the city and everything like that. You know, it's just too much for people, so they have to catch the train.
This has been going on for far too long, and the problem needs to be dealt with now. Not next year, not the year after, now. We have to have a solution now before it's too late.